Hello there, my name is Walsh Donnelly. I'm going to read to you a piece that's been published in the wonderful book called Havin a Laugh. I'm so delighted to be involved in the project and hoping it will raise some much needed funds and raise awareness for mental health and well-being. The piece I've written is called Voices, and it's a humorous look at my own struggles with my mental health. And just to explain to you before I read it, in the piece, an eel, the moon, a dream catcher and a butterfly talk to me. And while it is a humorous story, it also has a very serious message in it that I hope you will pick up on. Voices. Today an eel spoke to me. I dove into the murky water, sank to the bottom, settled myself on the riverbed. Then I said hello to a passing eel. He stopped, turned towards me and poked me in the stomach. "You don't belong here," he said. "Where do I belong?" I asked. "Please don't start spewing that existential shite," he said. "Every human that comes down here whines about life having no meaning and not knowing who they are anymore. My head's wrecked from it all." "My head's wrecked too," I said. "I jumped into the river to get a bit of peace and quiet. Everywhere I go I hear voices. The whole world's talking to me. Dream catchers, butterflies, even the moon." "Christ, no wonder you're down here," said the eel. "Humans talking to you is bad enough." "Well, all I wanted to say was, scoot over a bit. You're lying in my part of the bed." The night the moon spoke to me. I lived in a musty tent for months and couldn't open its flap. I could crawl out of my sleeping bag, haul myself to standing, but the heavy canvas clung to me all day. I tried to hide it from my family, friends and colleagues. I thought I would stay locked in that tent forever. One night as I lay in my sleeping bag, staring into darkness, the moon hovered over my tent and said, "Let's find you a marquee, red with white stripes, like the circus tent you loved as a child, where your mother bought you candy floss and you laughed at the clowns until you cried." "How is that possible?" I asked. "I've lost all hope." The roof of the tent singed, and a ray of white light burst through. "Hold this," said the moon. "If you can't hope, I'll hope for you." I reached out. The moon's rays landed on my shoulders, folding around me like a shrug. It stayed there while I plodded through the next day, and the next, until all that remained of my black tent was white, grey ash. The morning my dream catcher spoke to me. I banged the snooze button on my alarm clock, then dragged myself out of bed and opened the window. My dream catcher fluttered in the breeze and said, "I'm sorry, but I can't catch every nightmare you have." "Isn't that what you're supposed to do?" I muttered, hunting for a clean pair of knickers. "You had me working overtime last night," she said. "There's only so much I can do. I'm not Wonder Woman. And neither are you." My tights lathered as I pulled them over my thighs. "I wish I didn't have to go to work today. Why am I feeling so shitty? I'm so much better than I was last year." The breeze blew my dream catcher onto my pillow and she said, "Just because you have me hanging over your bed doesn't mean you won't get the odd nightmare. Give yourself a break. Take a duvet day." And so I did. The afternoon my Red Admiral spoke to me. I was pulling weeds in the rockery when she alighted on my shoulder and said, "You're awesome." I let the dandelion in my hand fall to the ground, reached towards my shoulder and captured the butterfly. Her wings fluttered against my palm and she said, "Be careful or you'll squash me. I've just escaped from my pupa. It's way too early for me to die. We have still so much to explore." There you go. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless.